Since none of you seem to believe me, I'll just have to show you. Dustin didn't bother explaining further. He took out a silver needle and approached the old man. After checking for the spot he was aiming for, he fiercely pierced the needle into the old man's body. There was a hum as the needle began to vibrate. A burst of true energy surged from the top of the man's skull and spread throughout his body. The old man shuddered, and his eyes flew open. He could feel the blast of energy flooding him from head to toe. His heartbeat picked up its pace, and his breathing quickened. Done. Dustin stepped back and waited with his hand behind his back. That's it. Is this a joke? Miranda ridiculed him. Who the hell do you think you are? Did you think poking him with a single needle would be enough to cure him? If it works, I'll kneel at your feet and call you daddy, Preston mocked. Almost immediately, the old man in the wheelchair reacted to Dustin's treatment. His face flushed, and he looked uncomfortable as his body heated up and sweat built up on his skin. It's hot, it's hot. Seconds later, the old man jumped up like his butt was on fire, jumping off the wheelchair. What? Everyone was shocked to see the old man jump up, and their jaws dropped in disbelief. None of them expected the paralyzed old man to stand up so suddenly. They also couldn't believe that it had only taken Dustin a single needle to cure the man's paralysis. Is this real? Did that old man just stand up? What the hell is going on? Did he really cure that old man with a single needle? Holy shit, that's amazing! After a silent pause, an uproar broke out. All the scornful looks Dustin had received earlier had turned to shock. Impossible. How can a patient like that stand up so soon? Preston shook his head, not believing what he was. He refused to accept that Dustin could cure a patient in 3 minutes when he needed a month. How can this be? How did he do that? Miranda was stunned. As someone who claimed to be a genius in the medical field and was better than her peers, her confidence had been destroyed by Dustin. For a condition that she struggled to treat, he could quickly treat it while she hadn't been able to. Who the hell is he? How is he so good? The invigilator was dumbfounded. Although he had also looked down on Dustin earlier, he was now completely amazed by the other man's skills. After all, people would start to worship Dustin if they found out that he was great at alchemy and medicine. He's a genius. Stone Ray Order will be strong again if we can convince him to join us. The elders of the group were excited. They had yet to have someone as talented as Dustin join them in the past decade. He's so skilled despite his young age. He must be a monster. Lyndon looked at Dustin with amazement. What Dustin did earlier might have seemed simple, but it was much more than that.